Ladies and gentlemen, it is March 20th, and many of you guys are thinking about putting your house on the market finally. And it seems like we probably are averaging about 5 appointments a week with people who are looking to sell their house either now or sometime in the future. I have 2 appointments with people tomorrow to do that. And I always like to give personalized information on that. But of course, as you can imagine, a lot of that stems from the same general um, guidelines, for lack of a better word, that we use with everybody. So, what I want to do today is show you another page on our site where we've got some information. If you haven't checked out thepomfreyteam.com, we've designed this site to be a great guide for you on so many different levels. So, I'm going to show off different parts of it. But what I'm going to do tonight is show off this particular page for you. And what we have here is our, you can see, I think you can see at the top, maybe you can't see, thepomfreyteam.com. It's sellers tips staging. So it's just sellers tips. So I'm going to jump right into it. Okay. We're going to get into this. The first thing is general tips. Yes, I will make this bigger. I know that can be painful. I keep forgetting that most of you guys are looking at this on your phone. I, of course, am not. I'm looking at it on a 40-inch or so screen right now. So it's enormous. All right, general tips. This is something that a lot of people don't think about. Hide your valuables, paperwork, and firearms, ammunition, your pills. Make sure your computers are locked, screens are off, anything and everything that can help people to identify who you are while you're selling, obviously firearms, valuables, and stuff like that. Put the stuff away. Not that anybody is going to have free reign of your house, but they may not, we may not have our eyes on them 24/7 the entire time they're in there. So we just don't want any just pocket candy. I don't want them to just be able to just pick something off the counter or whatever. I sold a house recently for a good friend of mine, Ron, and this guy has some nice watches. I mean, they were beautiful watches. I didn't even recognize. They were beyond my league. I didn't even recognize what they were. I was like, where are we going to be putting these watches? And he hadn't even thought about that. Sold another house for a guy that had enough ammo and guns in his basement to, fight a small war. Like, you got to put these things away. It's like, where am I going to put them? I'm like, I don't know, but you're not going to leave them out while people are roaming your house. So that's that. Second tip is painting. By and large, this is the quickest way to get a lot more money for your house. Okay. $100 worth of paint could give you theoretically a $10,000 return in investment. Now I'm talking about $100 worth of paint, which is what, 2-3 buckets by today's standards. It's not that your house is going to be worth $10,000 more. It's that when buyers come in, when they see something wrong with the house, they're always dramatically overestimating how much it would cost to fix that. Okay. Fill scratches and holes in walls. Obviously, you want to do that before you paint. Make the home a comfortable temperature. Don't be cheap, especially if you're not living there. Okay. 68 to 74 degrees is comfortable for most. 68 degrees in the winter takes the chill off. 74 degrees in the summer makes the home seem cool. It doesn't have to seem too cool. If it's summertime, they're coming in from the heat. 74 is going to be just fine. Cut the grass. There's nothing like cut grass to make the house look better. Trim the bushes. You know what people want to see? They want to see your house. They don't want to see how big your bush is. Sometimes I go on people's front yards. I'm like, this bush just needs to come out. Just tie it to the truck and pull it right on out of there. Plant a few flowers. If it's wintertime, which it is not, of course, anymore. But if it was wintertime, get some fake flowers. Get something with a little bit of color. All you have is brown and green. People want to see a little bit more color. You're going to get more money for your house. Spend that 10 or 20 bucks and do it. Or hire a landscaper to do for you. This is the first impression that they're going to have of your house. And the last, they're going to stand at their car and they're going to look at the house again on the way out. Okay. Clean the floors. Please make sure your floors aren't sticky. I can't tell you how gross that is and what a turn off. Just if the floors are sticky, probably everything else is sticky. Okay. And get the carpet professionally cleaned. I've got some great people. I've got some great people that'll clean. I've got some great people that clean carpet. Uh, my friend Wayne that cleans carpet. I mean, he takes before and after pictures a lot of time, and it's just amazing some of the things that they do. Now, the next one, this is the hard one, declutter. You've lived with this clutter your entire life. It's time to rid yourself of it. You may even find that you don't want to take it with you. Clean off your kitchen counters. You should have about 75% of your kitchen counters showing. Okay. Clean off the floors, thin out your closets. Your closets should not look like they are full. If they're full for you, everyone else is going to imagine that they're going to be full for them as well. All the living space needs to be thinned out a little bit. That way people can move freely. Otherwise, it seems busy. Okay. No dish racks on the counter. I always remember my friend Mike's dad, when we sold his house, he was so mad at me that I made him get rid of that drying rack on the counter. And the solution to that is just take the drying rack and stick it under the sink when you're not using it, because you're not going to be using it when we're showing your house. Okay. Don't have too much furniture and knickknacks lying around. They make the house feel full. If you have smaller closets, put some of your stuff in the in storage bins. Okay. And yeah, that's it. And if you have to sacrifice something, sacrifice your basement or your garage. People expect those places to be a little bit cluttered, and they really are not very judgy about that when they see that it's cluttered. Okay. So now your home looks awesome. And what are you going to do? You're going to keep it that way. In a market like we're in at the moment of filming this, it's great if you can get your house ready and then go away for a week. At least go away for 2 or 3 days. And then if we can just have access to the house for 2 or 3 days, that'd be awesome. Okay. Now, here's some secret tips. These are tips that most agents probably aren't even using. Probably some of you agents that are watching this right now, you're going to steal my ideas. It's called R&D, rip off and duplicate. It happens. I've learned to live with it. It's okay. Use LED lighting as much as possible. You don't want, you see how it's bright in here because I've got a light right above me. You don't want that old incandescent, tough word to say, like the brown, yellowish lighting. You just don't want that. It just looks dark and dingy. That lighting is going to look so much better when we take the pictures. Here's another secret tip for you. Remove the screens from the window. It makes the house look brighter, but please save them. Just put them safely in the basement. Make sure all of your lights and your fans are in working order. It should be very easy for me to come in the room, look up at the ceiling fan, and either flip a switch or see a remote on the wall or something like that and be able to get all this stuff working. Please, please, please do not have one light bulb in there that works and the other two are empty. Get all of your light bulbs in there. You need to focus your efforts on the house in the same order that people are walking through your house. First, the outside, the front. Second, the first floor. Third, the second floor, if there is one. Then the basement, then the backyard. The same order that people are going to be walking through your house is the same order that you need to work on. I know you'd really like to work on the basement, but that should be at least third, if not fourth, on your list. Or you want to paint the shed in the backyard. Guess what? They've already made up their mind before they see the shed. They saw the kitchen. They saw the owner's suite. They saw the owner's, ensuite bathroom. They've made up their mind. The fact that your barn is still green doesn't really matter to them. All right. You're going to win the battle in the front yard, the living room, and the kitchen. Okay. Wipe down the HVAC and the water heater. I call it the hot water heater. My inspector, of course, corrects me and tells me it's a water heater because you don't heat hot water. But regardless of what you call it, wipe those things down. You can make them look years younger. You're not deceiving anybody there. They can still look it up. There's still a serial number on it, but it just gets rid of the impression that it's old. If you have smells, get rid of the smells. Do not cover the smells with other smells, like plugging stuff into the wall. That is obnoxious and overwhelming. You're going to get people a headache, and they're immediately going to go, what are they hiding? Why do they have all those things plugged into the wall? I'm like, I don't know. All I smell is, perfume right now. It smells like when you're walking into Macy's or any of those department stores from the mall, and you're just getting hit with that stuff. It's obnoxious. Okay, get rid of the smell naturally. There are things that you can do and put in your system and everything. You can put those odor deodorizer things in there that suck out the smell. Arm & Hammer. Call a cleaner if you need to. Maybe it's in your carpet. Maybe it's dog smell. If you want to know if your house smells or not, have me over. I'll let you know exactly what your house smells like. Okay. I have 3 dogs, and guess what? Our house smells like dog. I know it is, but I'm also not selling my house right now. When I did sell my house, we actually moved out, deodorized it, and sold it. Okay. And get some plants. Okay. Get some plants. If you don't have any plants, borrow some plants. Get some color in your house. Now, when you're showing the house, leave the curtains pulled. When we come in and take pictures, we're going to set up the house exactly the way it needs to look when it's being shown. So you can either leave it that way with the blinds open and stuff like that, or if you like your privacy at night, close them. And then when you leave in the morning, open them back up. You're not going to be saving yourself any money by saving $1 or $2 by keeping the sunshine out and then having someone come in and see your house all dark and dingy. Okay. So leave a few lights on, leave the curtains on. Don't cheap out. Nobody likes a dark house, especially if your house is being shown during the crazy fall months or something like that. Leave the outside porch light on. I leave my outside porch lights on 24 hours a day because it's more trouble for me to remember to turn them on and off than it is to just leave them on. Okay. Tiny details. You never know what the buyers are going to love and what the buyers are going to hate. Keep your house in tip-top shape. Be ready at a moment's notice to show the house. There are 3 main, I always say this over and over again. There are 3 main components to selling your house. Okay. The first one is, how does it look and its availability? These things, look at all these thumb things. Can I get more? Nope. Just one. These things go hand in hand. Get your house ready to show and make it available for showing. We're typically going to ask you, how much time do you need in advance? That can be 2 hours, 4 hours, or even up to 8 hours. Okay. If you need every day from 12 to 2 blocked off because the baby's sleeping, let us know. We will block it off. No appointments between 12 and 2. But we need you to let people in when they make appointments, recognize their requests right away and approve them so they can get in. You're always going to have control over that. So that's step number 1. Make your house beautiful, make it available. That's all on you. It's your responsibility. Number 2 is the marketing. That's all our responsibility. We are going to market this on social media. We're going to make your own website. We're going to do Matterport. We're going to do professional pictures. We're going to advertise your own website. We're also going to advertise it on, I believe it's just shy of like 4,000 websites right now. We're going to advertise it a lot. Social media, did I mention that? Mega open house, regular open house, brokers open, whatever it is that we need to do to sell your house, we're going to do it with your permission. Okay. So that's the marketing. That's step 2. 1, make it available, make it beautiful. Number 2, the marketing. And number 3, we're going to work on this together. This is definitely going to be a partnership with this one. Number 3 is choosing the right price. Every market's different. You know, I have friends in Colorado, Albuquerque, New Mexico, all over California, all over Florida, Myrtle Beach. I mean, just New Jersey, everywhere. I've got agents that I work with and stuff on different levels and everything. And they all have different markets and we all have different struggles and everything. But one thing that is a universal everywhere is it's important to price your house right. Now, what does right mean? Well, in the market that we're currently in, what that means is price your house for about $10 less than what it's worth. And I'm being facetious, yes, with the $10, but price it just a little bit less than what it's worth. Why? Because it will be perceived as a good deal. And it is a good deal. And you will get tons of people in and they will bid the price up for you. If you price it $10 over or $100 over or $10,000 over, something like that, it will not be perceived as a good deal. People are looking for a good deal because rates aren't that great right now, and they will keep looking for a new deal. And then eventually you'll lower the price. But at that point, half of the people that would ever look at your house have already looked at it and passed on it. So the only people you're going to get now looking at your house are the people that trickle on the market each day. There's more people coming on the market, but right now there's tons of people hovering around looking for your house, but your house isn't on the market. The day it comes on the market, they look at it and it's either pass or fail. So you don't want to miss out by trying or testing the market or anything like that. Okay, if you're gonna try or test the market and you insist on it because you just feel like it's a breakthrough market and I can get, $50,000 more for my house than anybody in the neighborhood ever has, please try that for a very small period of time. Okay. Make it shiny, get your value up. And yeah, and this is the way to get your house sold. So again, the three parts are get your house beautiful, make it available. Okay. Get an agent who's going to market it a lot. It's pretty much all I do on a regular basis. And I have a team that helps me because I can't do it all. And then the third thing is just make sure you price it right. And we're going to have a lot of discussion about that. If you don't agree with me on your price, let me know why. I added this room on, but I didn't get a permit. So it's got 400 extra square feet. That's a good reason. I put pansies in the front yard. Doesn't make your house worth more. Might make it appear better to the buyers, and they might appear to bid more for it. But anyway, that's that. So I hope this helps you guys out. If you were taking screenshots or taking notes and I went too fast, you can always go on our website and I'll show you exactly how to get to it. When you go on here, you are going to go to resources and then sellers. This is not the right page. I went to the wrong seller page. Oh no. You're going to go to Learning Center, Randy, and then seller tips and staging. Sorry, it's in the Learning Center. When you get to this picture, which is beautiful, you can see the way they've staged it. Some people, I got to take my hat off to them. Sometimes I go into someone's house and I don't know whether somebody lives there or not because they've staged it so wonderfully. You know how we settle the bet? We open the refrigerator. Somebody lives there, there's going to be some food in there. If nobody lives there, it's going to be empty. Okay. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope you have a great night. I'll see you soon.